All right, so we are diving in deep, well, somewhat deep today about inner conversations and how to have fun with this and really start being your best friend, your cheerleader, and give yourself the fucking needed pep talk. Hey everyone, it's Kim Velez, a conscious life and success coach, and I'm really excited you're here with me today. And in case you need a little bit more support and maybe you want an ass kicking with love, then I have ways that you can work with me if my free YouTube as well as my podcast and free group is not enough support for you. So I have email coaching, I have one-on-one private video coaching, I also have a paid Facebook group where I'm in there live twice a week. We do Q&As and we have a blast in there. I also have my VIP group where twice a month we meet on Zoom in a group and you get hot seat laser coaching right then and there as well as Q&A answered with me on Zoom. So all of that can be found below or go to my website, which the link is below as well, to learn more information. I also have how to manifest your SP back and keep them for good online course. Link is below as well. All right, so enough about all that shit. Let's dive in. So this is a thing is, I love that I did that rant and that you guys really liked it. And I'm going to link it below in the description box in case you haven't listened to it. There is a shit ton of swearing in it. So if you are offended from swear words, then click the fuck off because you're on the wrong channel. And I say that with love, but seriously, I have to be the real me. I'm not going to be fake and pretentious because somebody gets their feathers ruffled. No one cares. Seriously. Okay, so here's the thing. As much as I love that you guys like that rant, this is how you have to start being for yourself, right? You have to start pep talking yourself. You have to be your number one cheerleader, your number one go-to girl guy when you start feeling like shit. So how do you do this? So this is what I do. If there's a day where I just am blah, not in a good mood, might be hormonal, might just be tired, worked out too hard at the gym, didn't eat enough. I mean, we can go on and on for all the different reasons why we just feel kind of blah. Sometimes my mind wants to wander more than it normally does to what I like to call the dark side. So what I tend to do is just remind myself girl, you're fucking this, you're that, you're amazing, you're this, you're that. And I just really go in hardcore into my self-concept. So I look at how I would speak to my best friend. If my best friend called me with a list of fucking complaints, bitching about this, complaining about that, first of all, my best friend wouldn't do that because she knows me too well, but I'm just hypothetically speaking. If she did, then what would I say to her? I would fucking remind her how amazing she is. I would remind her how she is dope as fuck and that, she deserves this and she deserves that and that she can have whatever the fuck she wants. And I would give her a pep talk. So I want you to start learning how to do this for yourself, right? So there's different ways you can do. You can just simply affirm and do the mental diet. If you want to do an inner conversation where you hear yourself saying that to you, right? You kind of just hear your own voice or you see yourself reminding you boo, this is not who you are. I'm going to tell you who you are and remind you of how amazing you are. Whichever way, it's your prerogative. Always do what feels more natural to you and feels the best for you. So, this is how you really start to understand and break dependency off anything and anyone outside of you. We don't need anyone or anything outside of us. Every emotion, connection that we believe we can only feel and experience from having someone or something outside of us, you actually feel it right here first, and then you'll manifest it in, right? So it's understanding that you're always your solution and that your mind in the 4D reality is your source. That's your power source. You always want to tap in there and connect to that as much as possible because the more you're dwelling in that, then that is what's pushed out and then has to be reflected back to you. So I always like to use this analogy. People find this really simple and it just kind of makes sense for them when we're talking about your 3D reflecting your mind, okay? So if you wanted to change your hair color, you're not gonna go to the mirror and throw the dye on the hair color and then wait for it to see, oh, did it change me? Is my hair, blonde now or red or pink or whatever, right? And so no, what you would do is you choose the hair color you desire, you dye your own hair, so you have to go to you and change it on you. And then when you look in the mirror, the reflection reflects back to you the change you just made with the new hair color. So this is how your 3D reflects your inner world. So whatever inner conversations and stories that you're running in your mind is pushed out, and then your mirror of life is reflecting it back to you. So you never want to go outside of you to change something. It's always going within first, and then the mirror of life will reflect that change to you when you've pushed it out enough and it's so dominant that you basically flooded the quantum field and the 3D is fully conformed. So you need to pep talk yourself, because a lot of people, they're still relying on other people to do it for them. And again, there's nothing wrong with listening to meditations. There's nothing wrong with getting an extra kick. Go for it. Keep doing that. That's totally okay. But just make sure, in addition to that, that you're learning how to pep talk yourself, that you're being your own best friend, right? That you're building up your own self-concept in your mind and reminding you how fucking dope and amazing you are, okay? The other thing that you could do with inner conversations, and I really love this in conjunction with affirming, is I really like to hear whatever it is that I want to manifest in, an audio response. So I really like to have an inner conversation where I hear the person confirming what it is that I desire. So it could be an SP, it could be you got the job, it could be, somebody congratulating you on your weight loss and how amazing you look. It could be confirming something about money, your business, whatever, it doesn't matter. You just hear whoever it is that you want to share that information with you, confirm it for you in your mind. So I like to do this with everything, especially with the SP. I hear him talk to me and he says the things that I want him to say, right? And you could do this with, like I said, anything. You could do like a friend telling you like, oh my goodness, you look so amazing. Or your mother could be complimenting you and like, I'm so proud of you how you started this business and look how much you've grown in 6 months and you look how much money you're making, right? Or you could have, hear the boss or the potential job that you just interviewed for or want to interview for call you and confirm like you're the best candidate. We were the most impressed with you. We want to offer you the job. So you can have these inner conversations and bring these people into your 4D mind to hear them confirm what it is that you want. Now, you do not have to do this to manifest. I'm going to say that right now. This is just another way that you can, if you like these kinds of techniques, to really indulge yourself. And like I said, fucking connect to the version of you that has everything that they want. And it all starts within. So you have to be persistent in your mind and you just keep connecting and bringing your attention and awareness to the reality that you prefer rather than the one that maybe you don't. Because the more you bring focus and attention awareness to that reality rather than maybe the 3D or the one that isn't exactly how you want it, then you're pushing that out. And at some point, it's going to get so dominant and you're going to see, like I said, the 3D conform and you actually have the reality that you desire. So this is how powerful you are. So inner conversations are fun. You feel in the moment, right then and there, that you're actually living the life that you want by going through that experience. And this is the power you have to literally feel and have an experience with anything you want without really having it manifested in your 3D, because we have to remember that the way we're trained in the physical body is we believe what is real through our 5 senses. So we're trained that way. So if we don't hear it, taste it, smell it, touch it, see it, then it must not be real, right? So you're reversing that, or you're unlearning that. And then you're going to, you know what, fuck that. This is what's real. And so the more I dwell in my mind and focus on all my mental diet, including inner conversations, and it's always moving in the direction that's favorable for me and towards the outcome that I desire, then guess what the fuck? You're going to experience it with your 5 senses at some point. So everything starts in here, and then you experience it out here. So try the inner conversations if you haven't already. Be your best friend. Pep talk yourself like there is no tomorrow, because you literally need to have your back. You need to learn how to be your best cheerleader, your #1 fan, because you can always manifest other people doing that for you too, no problem, but do it for yourself too, so you're not constantly having to have this come in all the time for you. Like, learn how to do it yourself too, so you can supplement that. All right, so I'm gonna jump off now. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.